think A and D can change camera. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you're right. Bonk. From downtown. He's stunned. He tried to kick him. Pulse armor. Yellow staggered. Alright, so yellow won 2 out of 3. Unit beta wins. Next. When's it gonna be my turn? Wait, what? Am I not in it? What the heck happened? You're in. You're out. Oh, okay, because the thing, it like kicked, okay, alright. The fact that it like unloaded the game and went back out to the prep room screwed me up. I was like, what the heck? I was like, I watched your stupid battle! Let me play! Do you plan to play Starfield? Yes. I have not started it yet. Where's the betting poll? Banana, are you gonna take bets, Banana? Alright, let's see if my boss killing build is just god awful for fighting these other players. We are showing Dennis to strangers on the internet. He's got a bunch of rockets and 2... What are those? Are those ARs? Are those laser rifles? Please go. Okay, wow, that took a long time. my god, that was close. He was chipping me down for a long time and I couldn't catch him. Okay. There we go. Need to use the boat for PvP? No. That's it. Now we retire, untied, undefeated. That's it. That is going to be my Armored Core 6 PvP full history. Untied, undefeated. Boat PvP. The boat would lose, I promise you. There is no way. Alright. 100% win rate. That's me, gamer. Yeah, dude, I was... That second match, I was like, yeah, this guy's doing it right. I'm having trouble catching him. Like, yeah, I hit really mucking hard, but if he's dancing around like this, it is really, really tough to hit him. I either need to get close to hit with the laser whip, which is very precise, but I have to be close. The machine gun is just spray and pray, and then the two big things on the shoulders are just tons of damage, but straight line. So if he's moving around, it's hard to hit him. There's CV3 as well. Alright, so let's talk review. Let's talk review. Chat, this has been Armored Core 6. If you're watching this on YouTube, you made it to the end of the playlist. Good for you. This was my very first giant robot game, with the exception of maybe Planet Side 1, which has some giant bots, but I don't really think that's comparable. I got this because I saw the trailer and I thought it was cool, and I've played FromSoft games, Elden Ring, Dark Souls 3, and Dark Souls, and I enjoyed them. And I was like, I think I could like this. And I got it. And, you know, full disclosure, I got it for free. Thank you, FromSoft, for giving me a free copy, because I'm an international internet superstar celebrity sensation. But I was going to buy it if they didn't do that. But I tried it out, and oh my god, I liked it so much more than I thought I would. I really did. Like, Dark Souls, I like it because you can, like, plan out... Pictures of Spider-Man! Because of Pictures of Spider-Man. I liked it because you could, like, plan out your builds, you know, and you could do, like, a sorcery run or a pyromancy run. You could put a lot of thought into it. But the actual combat, it's always felt a little clunky, you know? It's like you click the thing and then you're committed to that action. It's like you're having to plan, like, 2 or 3 seconds ahead. I didn't hate it. I was fine with it. I play turn-based games, but Dark Souls definitely feels like something in between real-time and turn-based, just because the kind of the clunkiness of the combat. Like, you constantly see videos of people, like, they're running circles around each other, and then one of them just teleports behind the other guy and does a murder animation, and no one else can hit him because you're completely invulnerable during the animation. Like, the Dark Souls 3 PvP, it is a acquired skill, but at the same time, an outsider looking in, it looks silly. It looks silly when you're just like, you teleport into these invulnerable execution animation stuff like that. Armored Core, compared to those, and granted, Armored Core, they weren't trying to make a Souls-like. They were trying to make another Armored Core, of which I have not played the previous ones. It is so fluid. It felt so fluid, like the movement, everything. Like, the only time I had to stop moving is when my battery ran out, and I was running a very, very heavy mech, so the battery would run out from time to time. And I accepted that as a fault of the thing that I built. But otherwise, it was just the constant movement. It's like, I think a good example of that was when we were spectating those two flyboys that were PvPing each other, and they were both just zooming all over the place constantly. And it looked great. Like, the movements feel good. It feels like when you, like, if you get hit by something, it makes me go, oh, yeah, okay, that's fair. It doesn't make me go, this is bullshit, you know? Like, I'm not freaking out, because it doesn't feel cheap. Like, it's like, oh, okay. You know, some of the bosses had some cheap moves. Like, the first time I fought Air, and she was just teleporting behind me every 2 seconds. But once you understand it's just flat out she does that, then it's like, okay, moving on. But as far as most of the mechs in the game, it didn't feel like I was slighted in any way when I would get hit. The part shop was really cool. I would say this is a lot. I am glad I played this as a streamer and there were people in chat that could answer my questions. Because, oh my god, this is a lot of information. This is a lot. I basically get it now. But I will tell you, I was in New Game Plus before someone told me that your chest unit controls what type of battery you can use. I had no idea I had already beaten the game on normal. I was in New Game Plus before someone pointed out that there was tiny little red dots on the bottom of my screen that showed me if enemies are to the right of me or to the left of me or behind me or whatever. Had no idea. Went through the whole normal game without seeing that. Some of the stuff is very hidden. You know, you definitely could use a little bit more explanation for some of this stuff. But I get it now. Let's see. The arena fights were good. The OS tuning was fine. There was some things like for this when I was like, okay, do I want to buff my explosive damage or energy damage? And I would go in here and I would be like, what type of damage does this do? I can't find it. I still to this moment don't know what type of damage the stun needle launcher does. Is it a physical needle? Is it electric? Because it does electricity. Is it energy? I don't know. But so I just upgraded everything eventually. But so the descriptions could be better on some of these. Like it doesn't say anywhere on here that I know of what type of attack this is. Above the attack power, the small icons. Yeah, these icons, great. Yeah, there's no legend for those. It doesn't, if I mouse over them, it doesn't say what that icon means. So, okay, bullet, spinny bullet, put it in my chest. That's what I get. V? Does V help with those icons? It does. Hey, that's awesome. I thought V only helped with these. Cool, didn't know. Kinetic explosive incendiary coral. What? Oh, it's giving you the full legend, not just what it is. Okay, that's kinetic. Cool. All right, so I've beaten the game 3 times before I found out I could do that. Maybe that's just me being stupid, but that's my thoughts on that. What else? The story. It was very FromSoft, and by that I mean I don't understand what the was going on. Chat was having to explain it to me, like, even to this moment, if it wasn't for the fact that I was talking with people in Twitch chat, I was under the assumption coral is an energy source, and it's a good thing to give it to everybody, because we're over here fighting and dying for it. Why not give it to the world? Why not let it expand in space, and then we've got a lot more for everyone to use? I still, to this moment, don't understand why that's a bad thing, other than the fact that the explosion put my mind in a million robots. I don't really get that either. But anyway, the story, I could barely follow it. I honestly fear that, after I had beaten the game 1 time, if it wasn't for people on Twitch telling me that there's more endings if you play 2 more times, I would have thought I was done and just stopped there. Not because I hated it, I just would have thought I was done. I was like, oh, it just starts over. Okay, I'm done. That said, even after starting over, I don't think the game on its own tells you strongly enough if you do different things, there are other endings. Again, it was largely because Shugo was yelling at me that I was like, okay, I need to do the missions I didn't do the first time. And I was constantly seeing what those were. I think it needs to make more of a in-your-face message to say that. Aside from that, the having to replay the missions I did on normal and having nothing be different about them on New Game Plus and New Game Plus Plus, that was tedious. By the time I was halfway through New Game Plus, I was just like, okay, come on. Like, I was skipping through every dialogue. I was hoping I didn't miss anything, but I was just... I was tired of those missions, you know? And I, like, friggin' my eyes lit up the moment I realized something new was happening, because I was like, oh yes, this is why I'm here. And again, on New Game Plus, I was told that the enemies aren't any more tough. They're not any tougher. They're not more difficult or anything. So doing the first mission on New Game Plus is like doing the first mission on normal, but you've got a way better mech. So it's kind of whatever, you know? So it's very much whatever. So I get it now, but I would say I would have liked to see that stuff be stronger. Like, yeah, I liked kicking their butt and stuff like that, but at the same time, it felt really silly that I basically one-shot every single boss fight on New Game Plus or New Game Plus Plus on the first try, and I went into some of them without resupplying. Like, for a game, like on normal mode, this game was so difficult. And then a combination of I got big guns and I got a little better made it just, it just blasted through the whole thing. Just absolutely blasted through the whole thing. That said, let's see. You know, the game, it felt fair. It was very smooth. The controls were great. Mouse and keyboard. I played this whole thing on mouse and keyboard, and it felt fine. Elden Ring and Dark Souls 3, while I enjoyed my time playing those, they sucked on mouse and keyboard. It was like I put up with the controls until I got tired of the game, and then I put it down and I never had the urge to go back. But it was, mouse and keyboard was awful. On this game, mouse and keyboard was fantastic. So the controls were great. The visuals were great. Sound was great. It is very compelling how well they could tell a story despite the with all these people, despite the fact that you never see a human in this whole game. Definitely a lot. I'm definitely interested in watching some like long YouTube videos about the lore of the game, because like, for example, there was that one mission where we get pulled, Snail stuns us, and then at the end of chapter 4, and at the beginning of chapter 5, we wake up in a pool of water, but we still see a screen in front of us and Air's talking with us, and you see your life signs in the corner. I'm assuming I had a helmet on, otherwise I had robot eyeballs. I don't know. And then you climb into another ready-made mech. So I guess Snail stunned you, pulled you out of your mech, left it somewhere easily retrievable, put you down gently next to a spare mech, and then you were able to use that one later on. So that you're augmented. What does that mean? Does that mean I've got plugs on me like the Matrix? Does that mean I've got 4 legs? Does that mean I've got a metal peepee? Like, what does augmented mean? I don't know. I just know that there was a trailer where there was a guy that was, I guess 621, was covered in bandages and had 1 million wires plugged into him. I don't know what 4th gen augmented hound means, other than you're able to pilot these things really well. I just assume I'm running Windows or something. If you had the metal PP, you would have used the... I was just thinking was it Cyberpunk? So, yeah, the lore, super cryptic. The fact that we could put like our emotes and pictures of Dennis on the mech was super silly. I've seen some crazy ones out there, like people having their mech look like a defrag error so that they make other people think their video cards are messed up. I have ones that look like Johnny Bravo and Optimus Prime and stuff like that. There's all kinds of crazy ones out there. I love it. But yeah, it was a very cool game. I'm shocked, like going into basically an entire genre that I haven't played before. I am shocked how much I loved it, and so glad I tried it because it was a blast. It was a blast. Augmented means you are enhanced with mech parts to make interfacing easier. Right, I get that you've got some robotic stuff in you. I'm wondering how much. But all right, yeah, that's it. So that was Armored Core 6. Hope y'all enjoyed it.